Rovers are back on the road out in the Championship, and this weekend we've got a tricky away task up against Reading. We'll talk about it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match preview. This time we're taking a look at Blackburn Rovers' next match out in the Championship up against Reading, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash the old subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, world football, we're all here. No one, Roski boys and girls. I'm still here with my busted up glasses after a bit of a tricky weekend, late weekend. But on the flip side, Rovers come into this, and we're looking good right now, picking up a victory most recently against Millwall. We won't talk about that. We're talking about Reading right now, so let's get going. So the match will take place right here at the Madjeski Stadium. That's right, down in Reading. Yeah, boys, been there myself, actually. When I watched Reading against Watford way back. But anyway, a little bit more about Reading coming at you, hopefully, if this will... there we go. Reading are managed by Jose Manuel Gomez. The game does take place this Saturday, and it is not the 31st of August. It will be taking place on the 21st of September, coming at you at the Madjeski Stadium. The manager is Jose Manuel Gomez. The danger man for me coming at you from Reading is John Swift, youngster, looking pretty decent, creating all kinds of chances in the mix with the assist kings as it stands. Last season, Reading did finish in 20th spot out in the Championship. Their record against Rovers is it's not that great, to be honest with you. They've only won, they've played 21 times over the years, 5 wins for Reading, 7 wins for Rovers, 9 draws. Last season, though, Reading did have the upper hand, picking up a 2-1 win at the Madjeski, and they also duked a 2-2 draw as well at Ewood Park. Now again, we're rocking it up this weekend, 21st of September, and then we'll duke it out again at Ewood, 25th of April. I am going to be covering this game live on Twitch with my second Blackburn Rovers watch-along of the season. We did Millwall on Saturday, so if you want to stop by, link to the old Twitch description or whatever platforms in the old description down below, so you can check me out. So let's take a look. First and foremost, before we get into the starting lineups, a quick look at some injuries and suspensions for both sides. I do expect Rovers to be playing one of their away kits, whether it's the bluish one or if it's going to be this turquoisey kind of thing, hence the theme of today's bits and pieces. No suspensions for Reading, but they do have some concern about Matthew Menzinga, one of their key defenders. He is likely to be out. On the flip side for Rovers, Jacob Davenport, Baron Brereton, and who else do we got here? Daniel Butterworth are likely to be out. Obviously, Daniel Butterworth, youngster, Jacob Davenport, not really getting into first team consideration just yet. But Ben Brereton is a big loss. But so far, we've coped. We've managed without him. So let's take a look at my expected starting 11. It is Reading. So obviously, Rafael Cabral between the sticks for Reading. And then we've got to go with young McIntyre at the left side of a three-man back three. Morrison and Liam Moore on the right-hand side of that central trio. Then we have Richards on the left-hand side, Reminota, Ajara and Yayadom on the right-hand side. Swifty boy, there he is, with moustache and all. Boy and Maite up top. Obviously, Pushkas could get involved as well. I don't know what his... he's been on the bench for the past couple of games. They've also got Lucas Jow, ex-Rover, on the bench as well in the last game. So they've got actually quite a tasty options up front. So there is goals in this team, but can they keep a clean sheet at the back? One team that can do recently is Rovers. For the past league games, it's been clean sheets for Rovers. Hopefully we can get another one here. I'm opting for the 4 at the back. We did actually see 3 at the back against Millwall. For the first half, it was okay. We didn't play our best football with it, but I'm going to go with this in this match. Walton between the sticks, Cunningham, Williams, Lenihan, and Bennett or Rain at right back. Johnson and Travis returns. Dacarino in the centre, controlling things. Downing, Gallagher, and Big DG for me up top. So that's my expected lineups for both of them. But again, that's just what I have to say. It's not what the gaffer has to say. Quickly, the stats for you. Both of them here coming at you. Pushkas is the main man with 3 goals to his name. Maita's got 3. Barrett's got 2. And Ajara's got 2. As for the discipline for Reading, Adam's got 2. That's Charlie Adam. He was on trial with Rovers over the summer. Yaya Don with 2. Boy 2. And Morrison has 1. No red cards so far. As for Rovers, Dak is the top scorer so far. 3 goals. Williams is up there with 2. Downing and Graham both have a goal to their name as well. As for the discipline, already on 3 yellows, Bennett, Cunningham and Lenihan, and Johnson's got 2 as well. No red cards. Touch wood. Okay, so a quick look at some of the characteristics you might notice in this game. Reading do like to play on the counter-attack. They do create chances through individual bits of skill. Long shots as well is what they prefer. And they do like to protect the lead. If they so get their noses in front. As for the weaknesses, finishing scoring chances, which is the same trait that Rovers have a problem with, and defending against skillful players. Their style of play is very short passing. They try to throw in a few long balls every now and again down the middle. Their opponents like to play aggressively against them, which could work into our advantage. And they are a bit non-aggressive. However, as for Rovers, our strengths are creating chances through individual skill, aerial duels, and protecting the lead. So once we get our noses in front, we can usually hang on. Well, that's what the likelihood has been this season. As for our weaknesses, we fail to score chances and avoiding offside. The forecast says Blackburn will score as a result of individual skill. That's likely. There'll be a low number of cards, and Blackburn will control the game in the opposition's half. That is what Who Scored think will happen. Quick look at the most recent fixtures between both, most recent results for Reading. They come into this on the back of 2 wins out of the past 5. That is in all competitions, including the Carabao Cup. Most recently, they did lose to Middlesbrough at the Riverside. Before that, at the Madjeski, they did lose to Charlton 2-0. So that's not great reading for Reading fans. They did beat Plymouth Argyle 4-2, 27th of August. They did beat Huddersfield as well at the John Smiths 2-0. And all the way back to 21st of August, they did draw with West Brom, is something that we failed to do as well. As for Rovers, we come into this on 2-0 win against Millwall. Our last away game was a 3-2 defeat to West Brom. We did lose to Sheffield United as well, 2-1 in the Carabao Cup. We drew with Cardiff at Ewood 24th of August, and we beat Hull City at their gaff as well. What else we got? The next 5 fixtures, including this one for Reading, is Rovers. Then they take on Wolves in the Carabao Cup. They do take on Swansea City at the Liberty, 28th of September. Into October, they got Fulham at the Madjeski. Then it is Bristol City at Thrashton Gate. Is that right? Is that the name? I think it is. As for Rovers, obviously Reading next. And then it is Luton back at Ewood Park, 28th of September. Into the month of October, quick fire game against Forest at Ewood as well. Then we take on QPR at their place, Huddersfield Town, in front of the Sky cameras on the 19th of October, boys. What else have I got for you? Quick look at the last few games. Reading's home form coming into this and Rovers away form. It does include some friendlies and irrelevant games. We'll skip those. Bish, bash, bosh. So their first 4 home games, or first 3 home games, 2 defeats out of 3. So it's not great, losing to Sheffield Wednesday and Charlton away, only picking up their one and only home victory against Cardiff. 3-0 though, not impressive one. As for Rovers away form this season, obviously we're going to ignore the friendlies. We did lose to Fulham, we did beat Hull, we lost to Sheffield United and West Brom. So just 1 win out of the past 4 away games in all relevant competitions for Rovers. Coming into this though, the last 6 encounters between Reading and Blackburn at the Madjeski look like this. It is 3 victories for Reading, 1 victory for Rovers, 2 draws as well. Last time out, 2-1 victory, John Swift and Nelson Oliveira with the lastminute.com winner, Amari Bell, with I think he was on a bit of a goal scoring spree for Rovers. Before that, back in 2017, it was a 3-1 win for Reading with Jan Kalmoragant with a couple, Elliot Bennett with probably a screamer, Gareth McClelly with the most important goal to wrap it up for Reading, 3-1. The last time Blackburn picked up a victory at the Madjeski was all the way back in 2014. Craig Conway with the only goal on the 36th minute. However, the last few encounters over the years look like this. It is again in favour of Reading. 4 victories out of the past 6 games, a draw and a victory for Rovers. So obviously the 2-2 draw. Charlie Mulgrew last season picked up 2 penalties, which gave us a share of the points in a game which we kind of slipping through our fingers. The last time we actually put on an actual victory against Reading was at Ewood Park, 2016. Elliot Bennett, Big DG, and Simeon Jackson with the goals. Jan Kamagagant with the only one for Reading. So what else is going on this weekend in the Championship? Well, the early kickoff on Saturday is Leeds against Derby, which is a redo of one of the playoff games last season. Forest take on Barnsley, Brentford against Stoke, Luton against Hull, Cardiff take on Middlesbrough, Bristol City take on Swansea City. That'll be a tasty one. Millwall against QPR, Wigan against Charlton. Can they get another win under the belt? Can they get win under the belt? And can Charlton get back to winning ways as well? Birmingham take on Preston, Sheffield Wednesday take on Fulham, West Brom against Huddersfield. That game is on Sunday. Now, if you want to get my predictions for this, it's already happened, folks. The video should be live. We streamed that on Monday, so hopefully you could still get your predictions in and see how well you get on. Quick look at the table. In fact, we're not going to look at the table. We're going to look at some statistics here for the top teams in the Championship. Possession-wise, it is Fulham leading the way, who've dominated in the majority of their games with about 64%. Leeds are second with 62% of possession. QPR, Derby and Swansea make up the top 5. The most aggressive teams are Wigan, Barnsley, Sheffield Wednesday, Birmingham and Hull. As for the aerial duels, Millwall top that tally. Birmingham are second, West Brom third, Reading are fourth and Cardiff are fifth. Shots per game, Leeds lead the way with their an average on 18 shots per game. QPR, West Brom, Cardiff and Fulham are second. Pass accuracy, Reading are in the mix there in the top 4 with 81% of their passes reached their intended target. As for the ratings, average player ratings, Leeds top that bill, Swansea second, Bristol City third, Fulham are third, fourth and Fulham are fifth. Quickly, the top goal scorers coming at you. Well, Lyle Taylor still tops the charts with 5 goals to his name. Mitrovic is joining him, as is Heigl and Baston, all with 5 goals. Patrick Bamford's in 5th spot with 4 goals. Fletcher's got 4. Collins from Luton's got 4. Grant's got 4. Grabban's got 4. And Johnson's got 4. As for the assists, Swift leads the way alongside Williams with 4. Kearney, Cavallero and Johnson are in there with 3 as well. And here it is, the table coming at you. Leeds top the pops with 16 points so far. Swansea City are in second, also on 16 points. Both of them have got 1 defeat to the name. Charlton are in 3rd spot, so they're just in the playoffs at the moment. Bristol City 4th, Preston 5th, West Brom are in 6th. As for the drop zone, Stoke, Hull and Barnsley are in there. Today's match, we're talking about it. Rovers are in 12th, Reading are as high as 17th. So they've kind of drifted away a little bit in the Championship. Quick look at the form book coming at you. This is the overall form. We've played over 6 games, so we can have a general look at it. The last 6 games look like this. Reading come into this 15th in the form table, picking up 7 points out of a possible 18. Rovers are a little bit better, 9th spot, 10 points out of a possible 18, so not too shabby. They have lost 2 out of those 6 games as well. Quick look at the home form. We're looking at Reading's home form here, and it's not great. They've just played the 3 home games, lost 2 of them, and won 1 of them. Rovers' home form, just for a notification, played 4, won 2, lost 1, and drew 1 as well. So not too bad. 7th in the home form table. As for the away one, this is where we got to look at Rovers, really. Reading come into this 10th in the away form. Rovers are 14th, picking up a win out of the only 3 games away from home. So that, my friends, is pretty much a quick summary of what's going on this weekend between Rovers and Reading, or Reading and Rovers, should I say. Hopefully, throughout the week, we'll get some more extensive coverage from some fans. I've already got the Mexican Rover lined up. I'm trying to find a Reading supporter. If you're watching this and you want to get in touch with me, get in the old comment section quick and nice and early. You can get in touch with me. We can sort it out, and you could be a star of your own video where I ask you a few questions. Nothing too complicated, but you got to be quick, because sometimes the 2 or 3 people get in touch, and I usually go first come first serve basis. But that, my friends, is pretty much all I've got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. If you do, smash the subscribe. New videos pretty much every single day on the channel. Rovers, Reading Rovers this weekend at the Madjeski. And I'll be doing my own Blackburn Rovers live watch along on Twitch. Link to that puppy is in the description down below. You can click it. You might even be able to watch the old one. Hopefully I can tweak the stream a little bit. It was a little bit laggy, but we are trying to work out the technical snafus. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thumbs up, subscribe. I'm out. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.